YouTube, this is your host, Tail Squared Gold, and today I will be announcing the 2025 Winter Gear Competition rules and overview. So this year's competition is going to be below the ice. As winter blows in and covers the land in snow, a variety of critters recede to the depths of their dens and hollows. One creature, however, has been lost in the storms of ice and cold. Create a mask, headdress, or face piece that represents a creature of deep winter. So, I'm going to start with what you are interested in, which is what do you get for joining the competition, and the answer is $100 in cash. I'm not going to mail it to you, secure online payments only, so we'll work with you for Venmo, PayPal, whatever you have for the winner. And then that's also going to include 50% of the proceeds from this video and the other rule videos and promotional videos that come after this. So the more times that you interact with this video and similar, the more times that you share this, the higher that prize money will go up. And I will keep you guys updated on my community tab of where that's at. So the more people that join this competition, more people that see this, the more money that the pool will end up being. And then I'm going to go over the rubric, submission, notes, suggestions, prohibited materials, and the behaviors that will result in disqualification. So first off, we have the rubric. The most important thing is the relation to the prompt, so you can twist the prompt, but in the end, it's a winter prompt with, creating a creature of ice. However you want to take that, that is up to you. The second thing is creativity and out-of-the-box thinking. Higher risks and experimentation are for extra points. So I want to see what you can do. Be creative. Push the limits of what you can create and take those risks. Greater risk, greater reward, okay? Quality of craftsmanship is the third thing. It's not necessarily based on material quality, but the way that the artist uses them. So even if all you have is tape and cardboard, you can still enter the competition and you still have a good chance of winning. It's about how you use that tape and cardboard to your advantage and not necessarily about what you have. You don't need to go out and buy all these fancy materials to try and win the competition. Use what you have and get creative with it. And lastly, basic art and design principles, so cohesion, balance. Basically this is going to be when I look at your mask, does it look good? So yeah, that's the rubric. You can find that rubric on my website, tailsquaredgold.com. It will have all the rules and everything will be in the description of this video. You can find it on the website. They'll be around, don't worry. So the rules for this mission is you're going to have to take a 30 to 60 second video featuring your mask from all angles, and you need to submit that before the deadline through the Google form that is linked in my website in the description. Again, you'll be able to find it. So you need to submit a video looking at your mask. You also need to submit an artist statement. There's an outline for you to follow. It's not that big of a deal. I think minimum you have to write like 5 sentences, and maximum you can write pretty much as much as you want. So that's just going to be you saying like, hey, this is what I made, this is why I made it, this is who I am. I don't want personal details. Don't tell me where you live. Don't tell me your real name. I just want to know as an artist, like, why do you create? Like, what's your story? So that's what you need to submit. And then the other rules for the submission are follow the allowed materials, 1 artist per submission, 1 submission per artist, so you can't group up with other people on this project. Everybody has to submit their own project. And lastly, the design, it needs to be designed and crafted 100% by you. So you can't go out and buy an adoptable design. You can't have your friend design one for you. Like, this has got to be you. Because I want to see what you can do, okay? So, as some just notes and suggestions, you can make gear outside of the mask and headdress. So, you could make paws or something, but it's not going to be considered as part of your submission. So that's just for you. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. You're not going to get disqualified. But as a judge, I'm not going to be looking at anything other than the headdress. The finished project is yours to keep, sell, trade, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to make you send it in. I'm not going to take credit for it. It is all yours, 100% yours. As I said, the prize money is going to be $100 base plus 50% of the proceeds from the videos about this competition. As for prohibited materials, things you cannot use to create your mask, You cannot use purchased finished bases. So you can't go on Etsy and, you know, buy a base from Fawn Lace. Like, the base you use has to be one that you made. You can use, like, the paper cat match bases. I would consider those more of a raw material, but, you know, you have to alter those and make them your own. You could also buy a 3D base. Like, you can buy a base, but you need to alter it. It can't just be like, you know, I take this base and this is what I'm submitting. If you have any questions regarding some of these rules, just shoot me an email or comment under this video or the similar videos, and I'll let you know if that's against the rules or not. But for the most part, I just want you to make something that's uniquely you. The next thing is you cannot use finished accessories that you did not make yourself outside of basic materials. So don't go out and buy, like, you know, a corded necklace from Walmart that you're going to hang off of it. Like, I want you to make those things. So you can use beads and make your own accessory. You can use, let's see, fabric, glue, blank eye meshes, plastic, cardboard, stuff like that. But I don't want to see you buying, like, finished horns off of Amazon. I don't want to see bracelets. I don't want to see pre-painted eyes. Like, if it's more of a raw material, let's go. If it's more of a finished material, let's pass on it. You can use the patterns for bases, muzzles, and ear shapes. So if you have patterns that you purchased, you can use those. But it is a little bit like of a gray area where I prefer if you did them yourself, because it's really, I want to see, you know, everybody being as creative as they can. But I also understand that some of these can be very complex for having a limited time constraint here. So patterns are okay, they're just a little bit discouraged. Again, you can email me anytime regarding the rules, concepts, and rubrics. I'm not going to provide direct feedback for you, though, so you can't send me, you know, I don't want to see pictures of your mask until this final submission. So don't send me a picture of your mask and say, hey, can you do, like, a prejudge for this? Like, am I doing good? I'm not going to answer that. Don't send them to me. Keep that to yourself. But if you have a question like, hey, I have this material that I want to use, but I don't know if it's against the rules, like, I will help guide you through if that is or isn't allowed, and maybe some substitutions and things like that. Now, the important part, behaviors that are going to result in disqualification. Harassment or hate towards other artists will result in immediate disqualification. Show kindness and support to other creators in their work. The reason that I'm doing this competition is I feel like there's been so much drama in the Therian community specifically, but online in general, and I just want to see artists coming together and having a healthy competition, and, you know, like, I want to see the community thrive. I want to see the artist community thrive. So be kind to each other. We don't need to harass each other or bring each other down. I want to see happy comments like, hey, you're doing good. I love the work that you're submitting. Stuff like that. That being said, also, you are welcome to post, like, on your YouTube, your progress and stuff. It's okay if you're posting that as you work. That's not going to disqualify you or anything. So, things that will disqualify you is not following the allowed prohibited materials. So, if you purchase a base or a pre-made mask and you submit that, that's going to get you disqualified because you didn't make it. So, follow the rules. And then the last thing is incorrect submission format. So any submissions that are uploaded on YouTube, submissions that don't meet the project criteria, and unfinished submissions will not be considered or graded in the competition. So there is a Google form that will outline, you know, what the video requirements are and, you know, the rules and everything. Follow that when you make your submission. Don't try to tag me in a YouTube video saying this is my submission. Follow the Google form because that's where I'm going to grade from, and I'm not going to be checking the depths of the internet to find your submission. There's some artist questions, there's the video, and that's it. And lastly, I just have some frequently asked questions for things that people have been asking me so far, because this has been out for a couple days now. Do you need to be a Therian to enter? Nope. This is for any artist who enjoys cosplay masks or whatever. I'm a Therian, that's where I got the idea, is I like making these masks, but you do not need to be a Therian, otherkin. You could be a furry, you could be just a person who thinks this is an interesting competition. Totally fine. Does it need to be a real animal that I base my mask on? Nope. Any creature that you want. If you wanted to make a big rock as a mask, that's totally up to you. And do you need to send your mask in? Am I going to sell it? Nope. It's 100% yours. Keep your mask. Do not send it to me. I want you to have it. I'm just here to overview everything and combine everything. So after this submission, and in a couple days here, I'm going to make another video that's kind of outlining the next steps. But the deadline is going to be December 15th. So December 15th at like 12 a.m. or whatever, 11:59. Like that's it. That's when your submission needs to be in by. And then after that, I'm going to start grading things, which could take a little bit of time or a lot of bit of time, depending on how many submissions were sent in. And then I'm going to create a video kind of looking over some of the top submissions. And if you would like to be mentioned in that video or have your socials mentioned, there's a spot in the Google form for that. So yeah, I think that's about everything. I know that was a lot of information. Again, tailsquaredgold.com will have more. It'll have all these rules written out for you to see. If you have any questions, email me, comment, something like that. I am really, really excited to see everybody's submissions, and I really want this video to get some traction so that we can have as many people as we can interacting with this video so that we can get that prize money just higher and higher. I'll be announcing a first, second, and third place. However, for this competition, because I have limited resources, only first place will be receiving a prize. Come spring, if this gets enough traction, hopefully that prize pool is going to be bigger, and hopefully we're going to have a prize for second and third place. So, I believe that is it, YouTube. I'm looking forward to your submissions. I will be around if you have any questions.